Have you ever heard the saying, "Don't set yourself on fire to keep others warm"? It's a powerful reminder connected to ancient Stoic wisdom, emphasizing the importance of balancing kindness with self-care. Yet, in today's rush to always appear good and be the perpetual giver, many have turned this noble behavior into a habit that harms themselves. We're often told to push our boundaries and exceed our limits for others. But what is the cost? The truth is, too much kindness, when it depletes our own resources, energy and well-being, is not a virtue, but a path to disaster. Many have lost themselves by giving too much, feeling empty, unappreciated and drained. It's a modern tragedy where good intentions lead to the worst outcomes. Stoicism offers us another way, teaching us the art of being generous without losing ourselves, of being kind to ourselves as well. It teaches the art of balanced generosity, enriching the lives of others while preserving our own well-being. In this video, we will explore how Stoic principles can help us establish healthy boundaries so that kindness becomes a source of replenishment rather than depletion. Join us as we discuss the dangers of setting yourself on fire with generosity. 1. Don't set yourself on fire to keep others warm. Too much kindness can become a trap. Imagine Marcus Aurelius, a wise Stoic philosopher, warning us about it. Imagine being someone who constantly rushes to help others, never saying no. It's akin to scattering pieces of yourself until there's nothing left. You become the always there for everyone person. But when you look around, you realize you're left alone when you need help. It's not just about being kind. It's about being kind to yourself too. Marcus reminds us that our first duty is to our own well-being. Without it, we truly cannot be there for others. Think of the story of two neighboring gardeners. One carefully tends to his own garden, while the other, despite having his own plot, constantly looks after everyone else's. The careful gardener creates a vibrant and thriving space by attending to his garden's needs in the right balance. His space not only becomes a source of personal happiness, but also provides excess produce to share with neighbors. On the other hand, the indiscriminately giving gardener neglects his own plot, leading to diminished productivity. They spent so much time and effort helping that they neglected their own needs, and both their gardens and metaphorically themselves were depleted. Stoicism offers another way to help without losing ourselves by guiding us to establish healthy boundaries and not forget ourselves while doing good. Ultimately, you can't pour from an empty cup. The aim in Stoicism is to enrich others' lives positively while maintaining our inner peace and integrity. 2. Reciprocity has an expiration date. Generosity is a virtue that enriches our lives and those around us. Yet Stoicism, as an ancient philosophy echoing in our modern hustle, offers an important lesson about the boundaries of generosity taken to extremes. While offering help sincerely is noble, expecting the same level of generosity in return can lead to disappointment. Life tends to show us that the kindness we extend today may not be remembered tomorrow. This is not a reflection of our worth or the value of our actions, but a natural tendency of human memory and gratitude. Consider helping as planting a tree. You nurture it to grow and perhaps one day provide shade or fruit. However, nature takes its course: storms, droughts, changing seasons. Similarly, when we do kindness, we must detach from expecting a direct return. Stoics, especially Epictetus, remind us to focus on our actions, not their outcomes. Some things are in our control and others not, he tells us, reminding us that the happiness of doing good should come from the action itself, not the expectation of repayment. Embracing this perspective shields us from the pain of unmet expectations, teaches us emotional resilience, and enables us to continue being kind and generous without feeling drained or exploited. This doesn't mean we should harden our hearts, but that it should be done in a balanced way. View the impact of your kindness as a reflection of your character, not a transaction. Thus, we not only preserve our mental peace, but also cultivate a form of generosity that is sustainable and genuinely fulfilling. This Stoic principle suggests freely and wisely giving without expectation, ensuring that our kindness enriches us regardless of how the world responds. How can you apply the Stoic principle of giving in your daily interactions? Think of a specific scenario where you could offer kindness or support unconditionally and contemplate how you can provide it as a source of boundless generosity. 3. Demands know no bounds. It's intriguing to see how far the demands for excessive services, including personal care for royalty, went when looking back in history. These demands still seem to persist today. People often expect us to tend to tasks that could easily be handled by themselves. Stoicism teaches us the value of setting boundaries and moderation, guiding us through the endless sea of demands, urging us to act with intention and preserve our emotional well-being. Stoicism isn't about rejecting help. It's about finding balance, guiding us to not lose ourselves while supporting others. For instance, consider the poignant story of a mother and her adult daughter. As a town tale goes, the mother loved her daughter so much that she hindered her from taking on her own responsibilities. This dynamic continued with the sudden death of the mother, triggering an unexpected sense of independence in the daughter. This story offers a significant lesson that excessive support, no matter how pure our intentions, can hinder growth. Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius states in his Meditations, "The work of a man is to stand upright, not to have others make him stand." This understanding encourages us to foster self-sufficiency, promoting a balance that benefits everyone. Seneca, with his profound observations on human connections, states, "If a man begins with certainties, he shall end in doubts. But if he will be content to begin with doubts, he shall end in certainties." This is a Stoic call to practice relationships, not based on what we can gain, but on mutual respect and understanding. Acknowledging vulnerability and being treated as fragile impart a powerful lesson about inner resilience and self-discipline. It's about building a fortress within, refining the art of self-preservation by examining our thoughts and emotions. Over time, constantly bending backward for others can paradoxically lead to being perceived as weak. Without firm boundaries, our generosity can be easily exploited by those who see it not as a strength, but as an opportunity. This cycle of overextension and exploitation consumes us, leaving us feeling worthless and overwhelmed. However, when we start saying no firmly, a shift occurs. We're no longer the go-to person for every request. This determination signals a newfound respect for ourselves and allows others to respect our time and energy by recognizing that our personal rejuvenation is a priority. Setting boundaries, a Stoic principle, not only enhances our personal well-being, but also improves the quality of our relationships. It's a curious yet real aspect of human psychology. Eliminating the fear of saying no involves deep reflection. It entails delving into the weight of early lessons that equate kindness with acceptance. These lessons, deeply ingrained during our formative years, shape a belief system rooted in the fear that rejection equals acceptance. However, Stoic philosophy encourages us to question and dismantle these entrenched concepts, leaning towards a conscious and deliberate re-evaluation of our beliefs. Instead of blindly accepting outdated principles, we challenge them, fostering growth and resilience. Through this process, we reframe our understanding of kindness, recognizing it as a boundless force that enriches both giver and receiver. Understanding the importance of balance in kindness, particularly in the context of setting healthy boundaries, is crucial for maintaining our well-being and fostering meaningful connections with others. By applying Stoic principles to our daily lives, we can navigate the complexities of human relationships with wisdom, compassion, and integrity. Let us strive to be generous without sacrificing ourselves, to give freely without expecting anything in return, and to set boundaries that honor both our own needs and the needs of those around us. Through this mindful approach to kindness, we can cultivate a more harmonious and fulfilling existence for ourselves and others.